Hey, I'm Ben,
And I'm Brian.
and this is Reality Bros TV. A couple weeks back, we told you guys we were going to be seeing the movie The Interview. On that night, we ended up seeing Taken 3 instead because The Interview wasn't in the theater by us. But now we finally found a copy of it. It was on Netflix. I guess it's on there now, so check it out if you want to see it. I watched it, and I guess I could say I'm a pretty fair movie critic. I usually like to watch movies like towards the end or to the end before I judge it. Brian, who thinks pretty much almost any movie is funny and loves movies like Kill Bill and things like that, couldn't find the movie The Interview funny at all. He was asleep within the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, I honestly got about half an hour into the movie, and it's just nothing but sex and fart jokes. And if you want to do sex and fart jokes, I think Mike Myers is the master of that when it comes to the Austin Powers movies. But this,
Well, sex and fart jokes can be funny, but when an actor is like overacting and trying so hard to be funny,
yeah.
but they're not a funny actor, it's a disaster. Jim Carrey, that guy could just look at the camera and have people laughing,
Well, it's
but
really a
that movie
disaster.
didn't work.
Yeah, exactly. It's really a disaster when two actors are overacting, and I really think that the mixture of Seth Rogen's ugly face and James Franco's ugly face making faces does not make a movie.
Well, I didn't think it was a very good plot to begin with. In no way is North Korea really a good guy, and they try and portray him as a good guy for a moment in the movie. That's not for me to be saying, I guess, but I'm gonna say it anyways because this is my channel and Brian's channel. But I don't know. I just felt that in some ways it was kind of, I guess, being an American, it wasn't a very American thing to do to make a movie like that. I just feel it was touchy in all situations. I'm a pretty fair movie critic, but I would give the movie maybe a 1 star. That's about as high as I could go on it. It was bad in so many ways.
It just wasn't funny. I mean, you can't put your movie in the comedy genre and call it funny. It has to be funny. And I think there's a problem that they have in Hollywood right now is they just want to push the shit out with people's faces all like contorted and think it's funny, but it's not funny. It wasn't funny. It wasn't a funny subject. It's kind of a very serious subject
Well,
that they want to make funny, and it's just for me it was a waste of time. And when I fell asleep, that was one way of regaining my time, I guess.
for me, a movie like Kill Bill or a movie like Smoking Aces, where you know it's gonna be a violent movie and you go in and you're like, okay, this is gonna be a violent movie. You don't plan on laughing.
Yeah.
Well, this movie was portrayed as a funny movie, so you sit there laughing. Well, halfway through the movie, there's a scene where a dude gets his head shot off, and it literally like you're like, whoa, what the hell's going on here? And then after that, it's just like blood and like nonstop blood and gore after that, and you're like, whoa, man, I thought I was supposed to be laughing. So definitely don't take like a girlfriend to see it. It'll put you guys in an awkward situation, and don't take kids to see it.
Man, on the opposite of that movie, if you wanted to see somebody that wasn't trying that hard and just knocked it out of the ballpark, you gotta see A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Now that movie was very underrated and very extremely funny.
It was so funny. It's probably something you don't watch with your parents if you're a kid, but shit, it was
We did
just
the mistake
funny.
of that watching it the first time with our parents, but luckily our parents laughed, so
Yeah,
kind of got us off on that one.
yeah. It was it was as funny as I expected Ted to be with how funny um what's his name? Uh
Seth Green,
Not
Seth
Seth
MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane. As funny as Seth MacFarlane can be, man, it was just to his limit on that. It was so funny, and I don't think there was a subject that honestly went untouched in that movie, which was funny. And I mean, they make fun of just about everybody, so it's good, clean fun in that respect. And I think the funny part was so it's set in the 1800s, and they're talking like nowadays. They're not talking like they did back then with all their sayings and everything. So that movie was funny. So I guess if I had to say, if you're gonna skip one, watch one, skip the interview, pass, and then watch A Million Ways to Die in the West, which is at your local Redbox right now. And man, that was funny.
The nice thing about the interview being on Netflix is I know you're paying Netflix, but you're not really paying like going to the movie theater and paying. I feel like it wasn't a good movie to pay towards. I feel like it's paying into something bad in a way.
Yeah. There's certain movies that are just plain bad, and you don't really run into them that much. There's some that they're meant to be funny, but they're just so bad, or some that are meant to be taken serious that are just so bad. I would lump one of my favorite movies of all time, Total Recall, into that list of. It's not a good movie, but it's so 1980s bad, even though it was made in 1990. So 1980s bad, and the sound effects are hilarious, and the props are funny as hell. But that's one I would say that it's like Last Starfighter. It's like it's so bad that it's good, at a certain place. But this movie, I think it's so bad that it's just bad. And I don't know the last. Yeah, I don't know the last time I've seen a movie that bad. It just wasn't funny. It didn't pull me in the first 5 minutes. Honestly, if you want to pull somebody into a movie, you better do it in the first 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, I think that's it. We're not trying to rant on a movie because we don't make movies. Apparently, we don't make good videos because we only have 19 subscribers. But with all that aside, we are now on Twitter. We got a Twitter, follow us at Reality Bros TV, and we'll be posting. You guys can talk with us daily. We post stuff. We're, I guess, trying to be funny. Maybe we're trying too hard. Maybe it's like the movie we're trying too hard.
We're like the interview.
Maybe we're like the interview. Let us know. Anyways, thanks guys, and we'll be seeing you soon.
All right, thanks guys.